Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Jules and I use they/them pronouns. I'm an autistic and non-binary person that's just hanging out and doing their makeup today and talking about life updates. So if that is of interest to you, please feel free to keep watching. First, I'm just gonna prime my eyes. Of course, I don't naturally have red eyebrows, so I did those off camera. I just thought that would make my life easier. I mean, when I was working, I did what I called my burnout makeup, which was still pretty good. I would do my brows, not always colorful like this, sometimes just fill them in with powder. And then I would do my eye makeup, and I was not really wearing false lashes for a long time because I just couldn't manage my time enough to do it. And my hand paint also got in the way of me enjoying doing my makeup. And then I would do my lips. And in my last week of work, I was just doing lip tints, which thank goodness, when you don't feel like wearing a full heavy lipstick that's just gonna dry out your lips, it's really nice to have other options. And if you've seen my video before, I did a video on my lipstick collection. I own quite a lot of lipsticks. I see that I have dry eyes. Good thing some fun eyeshadow can just go right over that. Actually, I usually use the Ulta Eye Primer these days and not concealer, but since I'm doing a full face of makeup, I figured why not? Let's just go for it. We're being brave. I zoomed y'all in so you can see my face better if you're interested in watching me do my makeup. I'm using a Sigma E25. I'm gonna take a red shade and just pack it and use that in my crease. I know other people would be so fancy and use like a transition shade, but I don't know. I find that it still blends just fine. Again, I've hooded eyes, so why am I gonna sit and blend all day? But that's just me. So life, why is Jules doing their makeup on a Monday? Don't they have to work? No. I quit my job last Friday and I didn't really talk about it on here. I obviously made my video that was like, I'm done being a therapist. I realize it's not for me. Here's my plan. And my plan originally was to work until April of next year and then leave my job. Like I was gonna finish my licensure hours, take time with the clients that I had brought with me and the new clients that I had started working with, and it just didn't go according to plan. And here's why. And this is why I'm doing my makeup, because I don't want to like feel my feelings and cry. Like I already did a ton of that. I go to therapy twice a week. It's okay to tune out and just tell the story, I think. At the end of July, I put in an accommodation request for wearing noise canceling headphones to the licensure exam. And now because of the pandemic, you can take the licensure exam from home. And I was ecstatic about that because that was like a built-in accommodation for me. And that's all I needed. I didn't need extra test time. I don't have medical conditions that require me to, you know, stop and take a break, like an extra breaks. I just needed the headphones and I knew I needed those to focus. If you're new here and you didn't know, I'm autistic and I have ADHD and I also have complex PTSD. So I have a lot of different neurotypes and disabilities that merit my use of headphones, even to just focus and regulate my nervous system and do this. I felt like I needed my noise canceling headphones. So that should tell you something. So anyways, it took a couple of months and I found out in September that my accommodation request was denied. And this is because the state board, the national board, and Pearson VUE all don't agree that headphones should be allowed on tests because Pearson VUE is more concerned with people cheating. Yep, they're more worried about disabled people trying to cheat on a test, even though noise canceling headphones, like I can't feed the test questions to someone, they can't see, there's not a built-in camera in the earbuds. Maybe it does make scientific sense and I just don't know because, you know, I'm not a science person. But the whole thing was very discouraging and it wasn't like I was shocked. I've been discriminated against the entire time I've worked in the mental health field. So it just felt like the final nail in the coffin and like it was meant to be to finally push me out. And I know that might sound ridiculous, but I've spent years fighting to be a therapist, like saying, okay, this field is not built for like autistic and disabled people, even though there's a ton of autistic therapists out there and they deserve to be there. And I'm all for that, hence asking for headphones. But I fought it. I fought it as much as I could until I couldn't fight anymore. And that was pretty much the moment that I realized I couldn't fight anymore, when they were not going to give me a testing accommodation, so I couldn't access the exam. Even worse, I did not get my $275 deposit back yet because I'm unable to take the exam. So I lost what pretty much was like a week's pay for me, because therapists don't make much money. On top of everything else. And I did send them an email and said the state and national board should be ashamed of themselves for this. This is a disgusting thing to deny necessary accommodations for disabled people. And I guess this is the final nail in the coffin. I needed to leave the field. What do I care? What are they going to do? Not give me my license? Well, I don't want it anyway. It's actually felt like a very radical decision to just divest from licensure altogether and not be a therapist at all. But of course, there are other things that it's bringing up. I'm going to do my eyeliner and my false lashes off camera. I cannot do those things on camera. And I will come back with prep skin to do my foundation, and we'll catch up chatting then. Hey, I'm back. Don't judge the lashes. These lashes are really old. If you didn't know, I struggle with hoarding things, especially makeup related things. And so these are lashes I only wear to be like more formal, even though they're not really formal and they're falling apart. You can tell, but they're cute. They're cute. And in this look, I would call it neutral. Again, other people would not, because it's literally red. But for me, I didn't put like a shimmer or a glitter, like it's all a matte eye look. So it doesn't really matter what's on my lid, because it's like this neutral, light purplish color. So I'm just putting primer on, and I moisturize my skin. We're gonna hang out for a moment before I do foundation. I'm trying to remember my steps because I'm not used to this. I haven't worn foundation in a really long time. I think I mostly just wear it for special occasions. So I moisturize my lips after doing my lip scrub, just so that I have a nice base for my lipstick later. And then I know I like to do something in the under eye. I wish I had a red eye pencil. I did, if you may remember, but it completely dried out. Going back to the topic at hand, is a tough one, right? That maybe you wouldn't have said things to the state national board in Pearson VUE like I did, but I did. And I don't really care about me. I'm tired of fighting to just feel like I'm worthy of doing a career when I know I am. Because at every job I've had, clients have always given me wonderful feedback. And not to say that no client has disliked me or have ever had a problem. No, of course not. Not everyone's gonna like you as a therapist, and you know, you have to find your niche and clientele. And I think that I did over time, and I found my specialty of ND affirming care, but it's a hard specialty as a therapist for sure. I made the decision, and I am going to go to my state rep about it, but not for me, maybe to try to get my money back, but I just kind of want to let the whole situation go and look at it from a more spiritual lens of this awful ableism happened for a reason, and I was not meant to be a therapist. I was not meant to continue that journey. I will always be a therapist, maybe not by career, but at heart and in practice, how I look at a lot of things in the world and at my life and stuff like that, right? I mean, I still have these 2 to 3 years of experience within me, and I always will. And so I'm really proud of that, and I'm proud of myself for how far I've come in my clinical work and my career and growth, and I will take that with me in what I do next. But I'm not really here to talk about what I do next because I'm not excited. I mean, I do plan to do coaching, but I don't plan to go into detail because I don't have a plan for that yet. I'm not jumping up and down about the idea of helping people because right now I'm an extremely burnt out helper. And like I talked about in that last video, I am more chronically ill than I've ever been in my life. My ADHD has been out of control. Like I said, I have to wear earplugs, and I took my ADHD meds today just to be able to film this video. And it's not like I'm on the right dose of them and everything's going great. Like, I'm just starting the process. It's a lot to consider at once. You know, leaving a career that you spent years and years going to school for was devastating. When I got that news, I had a meltdown about the accommodation request being denied. I was so hysterical. I cried all day, on and off, all day that day. But it was because I was grieving, and I was grieving so much. I wasn't just grieving the career. I was grieving everything that I gave up to be a therapist, which was my health, my quality of life, like saying no to a lot of things because I couldn't handle it because I had to work the next day. And other people, maybe they find a way to balance it, but being disabled, I couldn't. All my spoons went to work, and that just got in the way of my life so significantly. I'm proud of my decision to walk away. Okay, it's concealer time. So you might be asking, what now, Jules? Well, definitely not career. I am so deep in burnout, so deeply traumatized, constantly overstimulated, dysregulated, etc., and just want my life back. So of course, I'm going to continue to go to therapy twice a week. And I am seeing my psychiatrist. In January, I'll go back to my dietitian when she comes back from maternity leave. I'm starting hand coaching, which I'm really excited about, tomorrow with hand coach Corinne, if you follow her on Instagram, for my hand and wrist pain, and that's going to be awesome. And I'm also thinking about seeing a chiropractor for my chronic pain because I was talking to my hairdresser about it yesterday. So I am in a big privileged self-care era that I know other people can't do, that this isn't always the way out of burnout for a lot of people, and sometimes there isn't a way out of burnout. I recognize my immense privilege in being able to walk away from this field, and that other people, if this is all they went to school for, this is probably what they're going to do whether they like it or not, which I feel sad for them. I feel sad for the clients involved in that like someone's not happy being a provider, but it's understandable because it's a really, really hard job. And I was grateful for the time that I did it and I was able to help. And I've learned so much that I'll always take with me. But now it's time for me to focus on me and blend out my concealer and just figure out more about who I am outside of my identity as a therapist. Like, as you saw, I'm introducing myself as I'm Jules. I'm just Jules. I'm human like anyone else. But therapist was also a huge label. It was a huge label that followed my identity for a long time. And I don't know. I just got tired of being that. I don't like formal anything, probably because I'm autistic and PDA. So I fight authority every chance I get. But I'm learning to deal. I'm learning to deal, my friends, and that's all we can do. You know, there's a big radical acceptance for me of maybe this just had to happen. I knew I wanted to get out of the field eventually. I guess my time is now. I just think in this career, nothing goes according to plan. Just like when I got let go for my internship and they told me that I was not cut out to be a school adjustment counselor and I should be a therapist instead because I'd do great at that. And now here I am recognizing, oh, well, that didn't work out. Wow, my base looks great. It's time for contour highlight, bottom, eyes, and lips. We're almost done. All right, I've been chit-chatting for a while. I didn't want this whole video to be about that. A friend of mine wants me to make a more formal video about what happened to me and how it's not really just about me, and it's like a systemic issue that good providers are kept out of the field that have various disabilities, but that's like a heavy topic. And of all people, I'm surprised, but I'm tired of heavy topics at the moment. I really am. So I want to talk about something silly that's related to my PDA that just happened this morning. And if you are PDA yourself, maybe you'll understand this. If you're not, you're just going to think I'm a spoiled brat. But that's okay, because I'm not. I don't think that about myself. So I hate the dishwasher because I'm autistic. I hate the noise of the dishwasher specifically. I don't mind that it washes dishes, like that's a helpful thing. But my dad keeps up with the chores, and it's very nice of him. But usually when I was working, he would run the dishwasher in the morning while I was seeing clients and I had headphones in, so I didn't even hear it. But now that isn't my schedule anymore, and I wanted to film this video, and I had my own autonomous ideas that I wanted for the day. So when he told me that he wanted to run the dishwasher, I got so mad, I had to sit on the floor. It's like I had to put myself in a timeout because I was so mad about it. And I was like, okay, like he's doing something nice for you and he's not running the dishwasher. He's going to run it this afternoon. This afternoon, my plan is to prep my notes for my couple of appointments tomorrow and think about what I really want to get out of those, out of those meetings. So that's really where my head is at, and I'm grateful to have a parent who accommodates me and understands I'm PDA, and I can't help any of that. But the whole thing was pretty uncomfortable. Let's do under eyes on camera. I even feel my PDA kicking in now. It's like, can we just be done now? Can we be done with your makeup now? Like, no PDA, no we can't. And in fact, we have to go under here because it creased a little bit, but that's okay. Creasing's okay. Being human's okay. It's all good. Okay, I'm gonna use this little tiny brush, Sigma E21. It's a smudge brush. Just gonna go in with that same red. Just throw it under there. It does not have to be perfect. We're literally sitting in our house all day. Oh my. Yeah, when I said it doesn't have to be perfect, that's an exposure. Look at it. But that's okay, we're emo. So drag it down. Live your life. It's also because for my videos, I try to remember to turn the light on this down, but not off, so that I can see, but not as well as I usually can. And that makes it harder to do my makeup. Talk about dragging it down. Oh, it's cute though. It's cute. Okay. I'm gonna use this pinkish shade for my inner corner. Oh, wow. Huh. Like a piece of candy. Okay. And then I'm gonna do bottom lashes off camera, and then I'm gonna do my highlight on camera and do my lips off camera, and then we'll be all done. Yay, accountability. Thank you for the accountability. Honor Hello Spoons, I feel. I realize these are highlighters. It's been so long since I've worn a highlighter on my face. I was gonna use my highlighter palette and spray my brush and have it be a whole thing, and then I just said, no, I don't care. This can be enough. This can be something. Just a little wash on the cheek. You know, when I take selfies, it'll pick up. Put a little on my nose. I don't have it in me. I'm losing momentum here. And with putting bottom mascara on, a bit of it got down there. And I'm so used to not wearing foundation, I tried to just pick it off, and then I'm like, wait, I can't do that. I'm wearing foundation. That's not gonna work. And then I can still go in with a brush. So let's see. I guess I go in with a highlighter brush, right? And I can blend this a little, like blend the edges a little bit. Cool. Very cool. And I can remember to blend my contour into this. Yes, I have dry skin. That's why you don't see me wearing powder. I know so many people use powder, and I've tried. And this needs to be carved out. What the heck is all that extra stuff? There we go. See? No powder needed. Just carving out that spot. Oh, yes. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Hooray! Okay, all I have left is lips, so I'm gonna finish the look, and then I'm gonna come back and do my outro. This was all over the place, but hey, it's done. All right, y'all, this is the finished look. A full face of makeup, contour, highlight, lipstick, got my plugs in. I will zoom you out to a normal view, which is around here. Hello. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. I'm really excited to come back to my channel. Get ready with me. This didn't used to feel this hard. I'm not trying to be Michaela Nogueira here and say it's hard to be an influencer, and I'm not one, but oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that takes a lot more focus and precision than what I'm used to, because in Burnout I had to cut down my makeup routine, as I said, but it was so nice to do this self-care. I doubt I'll be in a place to do a full face like this on a regular basis, but it was so nice to just push through, accommodate myself, talk about what was going on with all of you, and kind of mess around. So thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel as well, and I will be making videos in the future since I'm unemployed. Yay! All right, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye all!